Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Ben the Human Plays IXION. Our districts are doing just fine. We're still thawing people out. We've got 2,000 cryopods to chew through still, and we've got a population of 3,124. So we have a long way to go. We gotta keep tearing down these old buildings and replacing them with the new Domatic Quarter, get more density up in here. We're building more of the cell housing. And I'm kind of thinking we should probably tear down these medium stock, or just these stockpiles in general, and start building cell housing on the opposite side as well. Like, if this district is going to be where we stuff all of the non-workers, we need to make it as dense as possible. So we'll set that up. I was thinking about putting 2 buildings here, but I kind of want to leave it open just in case we need more mess halls. We could fit one more in there. Alternatively, this is actually a good place for it. These 2 spots, because then you could put 2 in there. Maybe we'll leave this kind of open space in the middle for now and see what we can't work out there. Who has finished its action? 12G has. The data collected is quite contradictory. Imagine that in this game. The majority of measurements match those taken in other areas of 12G's atmosphere. However, readings from the beacons seem to fluctuate. Isolating these anomalies while excluding the background data suggests that the tubing generates a weak electromagnetic field, beta radiation, and frau tachyons. We know about that. The made-up particle that allows us to travel through space and time. The Gears team has established several theories and is recommending a more invasive follow-up study. Mission safety protocols advise that the team who are exhibiting a concerning form of fascination with the tubing should be repatriated. A crew member from the Gear will perform EVA and install sensor beacons within the formation itself. I'm pretty sure this gets a person killed, but I'm all about showing you guys the cool stuff. As long as my ship comes back. Storage expansion has been unlocked. Was that for the... You know what I should be focusing on? That's not my science lab. Oh, it was for the drone bay. I should be working on upgrading my cell housing, because we've pretty much maxed out the crew quarters here, with the exception of the Nihei quarter protocol. I haven't gone full in on waste build. I know you can really lean into waste and really make your ship kind of self-sufficient by leaning into that. Maybe we will once the district, like all the cryopods are thawed, and we just like really really lean into waste. We could try that. I don't know if I've ever spent research on improving the hull, which is kind of funny. We could move faster. Honestly, these would be pretty useful. The faster you move, the less time you need for batteries. So, but I think false perspective, increasing our housing, is definitely worth it. That's the only one that can boost the capacity of the cell housing, so we'll just go for that. Upgraded interface. Progress towards tier 2. I'm okay with just kind of guessing. Speaking of stability, though, I should check in on how everybody's doing. So this district, 9. Holy crap. 6. Okay, our stability is through the roof. I don't really feel the need to invest in anything like improving the stability, at least not for right now. Have we found all the points of interest? We have not. Well, almost not. Because this one is underway, so we'll let the probe do its thing. Lots of silicon over here. A lot of ice. Not a ton of resources on this map. There is ice and silicon and water to be had over here. Let's hit that one. Seems like a good thing to do. Still gathering iron. We got a good backlog here, and we have a crap ton of alloy, which is crazy. Alright, where is everybody? The seagull? Oh, the seagull's halfway through whatever storm this is. It seems to be doing okay. And actually, now that I look at it, there's no red... You know how when something is dangerous is happening, there's a red arrow? This one is white. So this doesn't seem to bother us. Maybe it's like a... Maybe it sucks like energy out of the ship or something. Good God, look how high our trust level is. That's crazy. 7%. We could like blow up half the ship and people would forgive us in like 10 days.
Science ship team has completed a task.
All right, who died? Idris Sahab. But we did get some science out of it, so... According to mission reports, the crew member had set up half of the beacons before becoming seemingly transfixed, mumbling incoherently and raising their arms upwards. Praise the sun? Anybody play Dark Souls here? The tubing volatilized. What does that mean? Among the vapor and fumes, volatilized. I'm trying to like pull on my chemistry / physics knowledge from ages ago. I have to imagine like plasma, maybe? Among the vapors and the fumes, the few activated sensor beacons picked up traces similar to those left by Vol propulsion systems. So they just got fried. A lot of science to collect there, though. Yeah, we're just like losing scientists right and left out in the strange space of this place here. Food's doing just fine. We're doing great with just the 3 crop farms, so having one waiting in the wings is pretty sick. And I wonder if I could even jam another one in here. Like, especially if I got one of these ice stockpiles cleared out and maybe moved it over here. Actually, you know what? That's what we're gonna do. Dismantle these 2. I just have them sitting in the wings, and I have a third, honestly. So we'll tear these down, replace it with a medium stockpile, empty this one, and then we could always have that standing by as kind of like a new holding area or something. What I'm kind of thinking is tearing out this road at the back, rotating this guy, and then putting the mess hall, just like tucking it all the way back in the corner here. Kind of like that. But, and then what that would allow me to do is if we need a third crop farm, we can put it 1, 2, 3. We can't fit it here. Although, what if we did it along the back wall? You could fit all of the farms. We'd have to get really creative with where we put the field or the farm building. But it's not impossible. We'll think about it. That's a far off in the future thing. And maybe we don't even do farms. Maybe we lean into... I haven't unlocked the algae farm yet. Maybe I know a lot of people like the algae farm. So maybe we just build a bunch of algae farms to fill the space. Got loads of water. Water for days. Dang! Accident? You here? Ah, that's fine. They'll live, I think. Oh, our stockpile is full. We need to build a second one. False perspective has been unlocked. Sick. The point of building another stockpile for alloy is just to be able to tear things down and rebuild them. Because we can't tear this guy down until we have somewhere to put the alloy. So over here, I can't build another cell housing and still plan on building the hull temple. We need a little more space. Maybe we don't plan on building the hull temple over there at all. Maybe we'd like to build another cell housing and then a house, and then we build the hull temple over here or something. That's not terrible. Let's do it. Let's build another cell house. Are you not connected? You should be. There's a road. I'm confused why this house can't be destroyed. There we go. I just had to re-instance it. That fixed it. Let's check in on our science ships. Foucault is back and has a new science. Fantastic. We will a new scientist, I should say, and we will send them. Why don't we send them kind of to the far reaches over here? Because the seagull will continue to work over here, and then the gear will have to pop back over and grab a new scientist. But we'll start them here, and then we'll just kind of work outward from wherever people are. So, but we're at the unknown structure. Ooh, that's a cool view. Our probe has detected a DOLOS signal. There is some wreckage here, but not much larger in size than the seagull. Contained within it is a distress beacon. The emitted signal is incredibly similar to those that the Tiqqun uses. We will investigate the wreck. I think I know what this event is. I have a vague memory of it. I'm pretty sure I remember what it is, but I'm not going to spoil it. I just realized I don't have an active stockpile, so we're not... Oh, no, I do. Thankfully. But I still want to tear these buildings down. And what we'll do... So the cell housing will go along the wall, just like it has before. But the interesting thing about it is the road has to shift outward in order to meet it. This is kind of interesting, is the cell housing actually can't fit with the sign where it is. It's a little too wide. So what we'll do is this, I prefer where I am gonna put the temple here, is we'll put the temple here. And then we'll work on shifting things around to meet the front. Are you gonna get torn down ever? Maybe, maybe not. This thing can hold 162 people. That's wild. I would love for this thing to get torn down so I can move the people out of there and then replace it with a bigger building. Thank you. They finally did it. Maybe? There we go. Finally. Goodness gracious. It's like people have never torn down a building before. Now this is a little weird. Now we have like this dead space kind of in the middle, and I'm not sure what to do about it. We could think about reorganizing our middle zone here to make it a little more efficient. But that's like real nitpicky, so I'm not super concerned about it. Probe has completed its scan. We might as well pop out there and see if there's any more probing to do. Got a little bit of iron and carbon. Good chunk of hydrogen and ice, but we still have a lot of ice to get. There's some hydrogen, silicon, ice, carbon. A lot of ice. Some iron, silicon, carbon. More ice. Oh, that's a big... You know... I'm kind of a proponent of that one we just saw. That one's pretty big too. Although there's a lot of it is hydrogen, which I am not as big into. Maybe this one. Let's hit that one. I don't care about the hydrogen. At least not now. I could see maybe at some point getting into hydrogen just to be like, you know, look what we've achieved. We should be building the last set of solar panels. Because we're just not making polymer anymore. So let's hit that. Get the next set of solar panels, and then honestly, like all polymer, after the solar panels are done, a lot of polymer production is pretty superfluous because you just make probes, and I think you can make the anti-missiles out of polymer too.
Team has completed a task.
Oh, you guys aren't researching anything anymore. Yeah, I'm not interested in that one. At least not right now. Thaw speed, they'll get thawed eventually. We're already kind of thawing them faster than typical. Increased in stability, sure. And then we'll put the algae farm on the back end there. All right, still training colonists. Train another chunk. We're up to 120. We actually need 200. I know it says 150, but there's always 2 levels of using colonists, and I always like to use the larger number for nothing else than you get more science out of it. The Seagull is done with its research. Let's pop in there. The team has identified the fragmented wreck as part of the Tiqqun. A large amount of Frau tachyons were detected in the area, as well as the frozen corpse of Tiqqun crew member Siegfried Kruger. Review of DLS data confirms that Siegfried Kruger is alive and well on the station. Tiqqun engineers have also verified that the components and plating found at the wreck are still in their proper place on the Tiqqun. So we're starting to see that there are indeed other timelines involved in what we're doing by jumping through space the way we are, because now we found another version of our own ship. We found more cryopods, so we won't go get them just yet. Or maybe, you know what, let's pop into the Tiqqun real quick. Let's see what we got as far as space for... We have an empty one, 2 semi-empty ones, and these 2 are still clearing out. Good job, Gear. You need to come back and get a new scientist, otherwise you won't be able to do your job. I think, you know what, let's reassign one of the ships. Let's say the Nabrak can be assigned to Sector 2. So the Gear will unassign you, reassign the Nabrak, and then change what its harvest job is, and put it highest priority, bringing people back. And then that's its job. So then the Gear needs a new home, so we'll put that all the way over here. Put that in... Is there a reason I can't put this? What? Where's my science ship? Did I accidentally dismantle it? I've done that before. Oops. Is that what happened? Praise it has unlocked. Praise be the ship. All power to the engines. All right, I'm gonna get a new science ship called the Montessori. Are we raising small children? Did I accidentally? You know, I did. I hit the dismantle button. Can I tell it to no longer dismantle? I think it's locked, set in stone. What if I unassign? Yeah, I think that's interesting that you can't cancel a dismantle button. Oh well, it's not the end of the world. Actually, it might be even faster. Oh no, it's already here. I was gonna say, it might be faster if we build the damn ship ourselves and then kick it out into space than just waiting for it to come back, but that doesn't seem to be the case.
A science ship team has completed a task.
We're fighting over the polymer in here too. That's okay. The wreck has been successfully dismantled. Sedation cell! That sounds horrible. Why are we sedating people? The wreck has been successfully dismantled. Recovered resources are ready for cargo ship pickup. There is no trace left of the strange phenomenon. All right. Fascinating. Collect all the science, and then we'll move the ship afterwards. Honestly, only one of you really should go get the resources. I don't need all of the ships, like, racing out there. So let's have the mule go get the resources and bring them back. Alternate reality Tiqqun clearly got absolutely wrecked. Whether from the Piranesi or for something else, who knows? I don't think we'll ever know.
The ship has arrived at its destination.
What a long journey. Let's see here. First readings of 12C indicate the presence of extremely intense meteorological activity on the planet. Initial imagery captures hexagonally shaped cyclones. The planet's core appears to be surrounded by a layer of liquid hydrogen. Many moons orbit 12C, surrounded by clusters of asteroids in unusual arrangements. Preliminary surveys have identified many telluric promontories, that's a tough word for me apparently, emerging from the 12C's ocean of liquid hydrogen. We should be able to establish a research site upon one of these promontories with the help of our gaseous planet exploration equipment. From this closer vantage point, we can see that the asteroids that surround the planet's moons, they are almost perfectly spherical in shape. Spheres! The spheres are back! Study the moons. The spheres gonna get ya? Be wary. Is the ship done?
A probe has completed its scan.
Did you make the ship? Where'd the ship go? Oh, there it is. I was like, are you done already? How fast? There we go. Pumping out the polymer. Still making the panels. We want to keep our hull at high integrity because as soon as the manufacturing job to turn on the new polymer or the new power solar panels, that's what they're called, kicks on, it takes away like a bit more than half of your hull integrity. So you need to have it at full in order to build the new set of solar panels. Now, where would we like to put the hull temple in here? I guess we could just put it right next to the training zone. You're still working on the next group of colonists. This district has so much space, you can really do kind of whatever you want in it. Food's doing great. Polymers are low, but we knew that would happen. We're full on iron, and it's filling our stockpiles as well. Working on the algae farm. This is probably the best I've ever done with research in this game. And good God, honestly, let's shut off one of our steel mills for a sec. The Seagull has retrieved all science from the unknown structure. Good job, Seagull. We're gonna move you to the next door planet. All right, we're doing good. This one still needs to be... I don't know if there's an event here other than just science. We still have a couple more planets. The Montessori is up and running, so let's send that out.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
All right, 12E is an eligible candidate for testing the implementation of our colonization protocols. We have landed on 12E. Although it has a much warmer and more humid climate than that of Earth, it does possess oxygen and other materials that would prove useful for a colonization test. So this is why I wanted to get 200 colonists going. So let's establish the colony infrastructure, and we will assign... Let's assign the Neshmet, since it's already at the ship. Ooh, look at the wave of mining ships as they flow towards the new deposit of stuff. All right. Okay, so we got the cell. We built that guy, so let's tear down this road here. Drop in the new demotic quarter. And how much can you feed at once? We could serve 2,800 crew members. Currently, we have 2,200 in here. So, honestly, I think we'd be able to get away with just one more mess hall in this district. I don't know if I'd be able to push the population any further. Although, when we get rid of, like, as we get rid of the cryopods, you know, maybe the ability to make this district even more dense would possibly work out. Honestly, I'm tearing this thing down. The point of I was gonna use that thing to focus on workers only, but I've never used it, and the amount of workers we're getting just from thawing people out is more than enough to, like, satisfy all of our other needs. So we'll just tear that guy down right now. Let's take a look at these new algae farms, huh? How big are you? You are a 4x6, which is an interesting size for a building. Actually, it's kind of useful because you could put two, like, here and here, and then flip it around, and now put them back to back. And then if we move the mess hall, I can never remember the name of the thing. If we move the mess hall out of there, you just slap down even more algae farms. Okay. I'm pretty pleased with having researched the algae farm. We're not going to build them just yet, but that's what this district will be for. And we'll work on moving, we'll work on moving one of these guys out of the way so we can move this thing over there and not have to worry about it being in the way.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Yeah? Good job. Sector 5. Let's lower this a little bit so we push some... Oh, sorry, not Sector 5. Sector 6. So we push some alloy out of there because these things won't be torn down until we do that. All right, let's pause the episode there. If you guys enjoyed the episode, please click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see more episodes of IXION or the other videos I have going on the channel, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you have your notifications on so you know when the next videos go live. But until next time, everybody, I hope you had a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody.